guys, Chris Barger, the First Productions here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're here at the Virginia Museum of Transportation, and yes, this place I've wanted to come to for a very long time, and already we see something pretty cool right here. What is this? You know what this is? It's a biplane of something. Well, either way, it's still pretty cool. This museum is located in Roanoke, Virginia. The Piper J3. That's pretty cool.
They use a couple of these at air shows.
I think I've seen one before. Hey, check this out. Oh yeah, an Alco PA. Got some model railroad action too. That's pretty cool. Got a little bit more under here too. Looks like the Thomas train ain't working. Push the button to start train. Which one is it? This must have took, oh, like years to get done. But it's pretty cool. Oh wow, there's an NW611. That's pretty cool. All this detail, man, is just awesome. There's a CSX engine right there. Oh look, little 240, I believe it is. 242, no, yeah, 242 locomotive. That's pretty cool. There's the Alco PA, and it's painted in Santa Fe. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Very neat. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. One more thing. That's really cool, though. That's really cool. That's awesome. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. I think we found the automobile room. Oh, wow. It's like an old, what an old workshop would look like. That's pretty cool. Look at that. It's an old Ford truck. Those are the old license plates for Virginia. That's pretty cool. And there's some text if you guys want to pause the video and read it. There you go. That is really cool. That's awesome. That is really cool. Wow, look at all these cars, man. Oh my lord. These are crazy. I believe this one's a Plymouth. Yeah, there it is. Anybody wants to read that, pause the video at your will. Yeah, there you go. That is really cool. And there's another one. If you want to read at your leisure, you may. I'll help you out a little bit. There you go. These cars are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yep, these were your old automobiles. There's some more
Wow, a
work.
1913 Studebaker.
There's some more reading. If you guys want to read that at your leisure, you may.
1950.
If anyone wants to read this at your leisure, you may. Pause the video at any time. I am blown away. There's even more if you guys want to read at your leisure. There you go. Just look at these old cars, man.
This is the type of car you want to look at.
And that is more people, more reading if you want to read that. That is really cool. You got even more right here. Yeah, man, that's awesome. What? This thing? Oh wow. That thing is sweet looking. You know what this car kind of reminds me of?
I don't know, but why does this one look like a Ferrari?
Yeah, I believe that's a NASCAR over there. An old NASCAR. This kind of reminds me of Doc from, you know, Cars.
Yeah.
If anybody knows what I'm talking about, anybody that's watching. That's pretty cool. Here's another Ford truck, I believe. These are really neat. And look at this. Here's an old NASCAR. An old NASCAR.
2017.
That is really cool.
Autumn. That's a new one for me.
2007. You know what this looks like? I know it's not what it is, but it kind of reminds me of one of those Tornado Interceptor vehicles.
It looks like, but check this one out.
Oh wow. It's like that's a dragster. That's an old dragster right there. Look at that. Look at those tires in the back. Oh wow. Oh wow. Just look at all this. Anybody wants to read all this, go right ahead. Read this. Yeah, man, this is really cool stuff.
Absolutely amazing.
The Detroit electric car. I'm not sure if it's this one or it's this one. But I'll let you read up on it. That is really, really cool. General Motors electric car. That's really, really cool. You got a Rolls Royce right here. Oh yeah, baby.
This is, I would actually love to buy this.
What is that? Is that a Chevy Bel Air?
This is a 1954 Lincoln Complete Convertible.
Oh wow. There you go. You guys want to read up on it? These are some beautiful, beautiful cars. I know that. Some more beautiful cars. More Fords. T Roadster. Really, really cool stuff.
I saw one of these out on the roads a couple years ago.
Actually?
Yeah.
Awesome. All this, guys. How cool. Some more if you want to read all that. Pause at your leisure. Oh,
They
wow.
did a really good job just
Restoring all this.
restoring all, yeah.
You know, this is history. You know, this is history being preserved for all of these beautiful cars. They're amazing. Look at all this. These were all your toy cars, your toy trucks. Anything that you know?
Cab over.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's move on to, I guess, the train stuff now. Hey folks, here's all your maritime stuff. What is this? This is the USS Roanoke. It's a CL-145. It's a light cruiser. And here's all the information on it.
That's big.
Yeah.
And then you got the HMS Ajax. However you say that word.
I think HMS was the first rendition of warships, if I have that correct. If you guys remember from my Stormworks series, you know, that video game we used to play all the time that involved nothing but ships, you would know we played with stuff like this, and you know, we would talk about some of this stuff. But yeah, that's a really cool looking ship right there. Hey, there's a train outside, guys, if you guys can see that. We'll be out there in a few minutes. But here is the Dos Amigos. It's a Baltimore Clipper, and it was built in Portsmouth, Virginia, and Baltimore, Maryland. That's pretty cool. Hey, come check this out. This is a Baltimore ship. Pretty cool.
Look at all the sail thing.
And then here is the CSS Roanoke, I think it is. Yeah, that's what it says. It's a tugboat, I believe. It's an armed tugboat. So I guess the military would use this. Pretty cool.
Yep, I see 611 right there.
Cool, we'll go out there and see her. Here's Charles W. Morgan. It's a whaling ship. Pretty cool. Built in New Bedford, Massachusetts. It's pretty neat. Pretty cool. Really cool. I believe I played with this ship in Stormworks, if I remember correctly. Whoa! Whoa! That just showed up out of nowhere. Whoa, okay.
Wow, look how fast he is.
That's what I was about to say. He just flew through here.
Anything good or no?
I think AC-44, C6M leading, and
Yes.
the Gevo trailing. But getting back to what I was saying here, I believe I played with this ship in Stormworks. If I recall. I don't remember, but I think I did. But still pretty nice, and here's the information on it. If anybody wants to read all that, it was built in Deptford Dockyard, England, UK. Pretty cool. And then here's all your scuba gear and all this stuff. And then USS Roanoke.
AO07.
What kind of ship is this?
Hey.
Oh, it's a replenishment oiler.
Now, could you
Pretty
imagine twice the size, and then you're just looking at the props up close?
Oh, wow.
That's
yeah,
just gonna cut you right in half.
No, it will kill you.
That's basically what I said.
Yeah. Still a pretty cool model. I really like seeing stuff like this. I mean, it's really cool.
And then you got this Chinook helicopter.
That's really cool, really awesome. Over here we have the SS United States, which sadly recently got sunk, but they cut the funnels out to save a little bit of her, and they're going to turn it into a museum. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But there's even more ships over here. Yeah, the HMS Bounty. There's all the reading right there. You actually see inside this one, which is really cool. Really cool, really neat. That's awesome. That's really cool. I guess this is the Cutter Sark, British clipper ship. And this one looks like it's falling apart a little bit. But it's pretty cool.
Use the USS Roanoke.
So that's pretty neat. And then here's another USS Roanoke. It's a screw frigate. Is built in Norfolk Navy Yard in Portsmouth, Virginia. Jeez, I can't speak. Portsmouth, Virginia. And here it is. That's really neat. That's really cool. All right, so that's all the maritime stuff. Let's see what else we can get into. Here's a circus scene. I believe these are the old circus trains. Circus trains don't exist anymore due to multiple reasons. One of them is they believe that it was animal cruelty and animal abuse. But these are the circus trains. Here's another circus setup. You don't see circuses anymore. Again, for the same reason. People think it was animal cruelty and animal abuse. So they don't have them anymore. But they were pretty cool, nonetheless. And that's what a circus would look like. It's all really cool. Yeah, so look in there. See all the animals. See all the people in there and all the animals. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but yeah, those animals went through hell, literally. But still a pretty cool scene nonetheless. And here's some more circus rolling stock right here. Pretty cool. I believe the last circus train that came through was the Bailey, I forget what it was called. I know it's pronounced Bailey something. It's the greatest show on earth. That's a motto. I believe CSX was the carrier or Class 1 railroad that took the last circus train. And I believe that happened in 2014, I believe. But I could be completely wrong. You can correct me in the comments if you want to. But I believe that's the year that it happened. But still, this is all really cool stuff. All circus posters. Really cool. Yeah, really neat. Here's some more circus stuff right here. That's pretty cool. One more thing we just discovered. This is all from the actual SS United States. These are all original artifacts. How cool is that? It's a shame that ship was not fully restored / preserved and saved, but at least some of it got saved. So I guess we have that. But the SS United States is being sunk off the coast of Florida, I believe, to become the biggest artificial reef in the world, I believe. So that's kind of cool, but it's still sad that the ship was not saved. But this is a really cool display. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. Here's some old, an old model of a steam engine on how a steam engine works. So, I did a video on this. Basically, fire, water gets heated up, steam gets rose to the top, then it goes through a little pipe, and then it goes down to the piston, which then piston pushes on the wheels, and that's what makes the locomotive go. So that's a basic rundown on it. Again, I've done a video on that on the Talking Train series. I don't know when I'm going to return another video to that series. We'll have to see. I'll think of something, guys. I will definitely think of something. Alright. So, yeah, that's that. Jeez, look how big these wheels are. Oh no, this is like a wooden wheel. That's actually would be the actual size of a train wheel. That's pretty cool. So here's all your bus stuff. I'm not going to get into too much of this because I'm not interested in it. But here's some pretty old cool buses, I guess, if you're into this kind of stuff. You know, Greyhound and, you know, all these companies, and, you know, it's cool. If you're into this kind of thing, which I'm not, but, just a quick sweep through. But it's cool if you like this kind of stuff. That's a really old school bus. That's a really old school bus. Look at that school bus. But still pretty cool, nonetheless. I guess this would be the old bus uniform that you would wear and all this other stuff, and it's cool. It is definitely cool if you're into this kind of stuff. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. Oh wow, take a look at all this. Look at all these awesome locomotives. We got R&P, Chesapeake and Ohio, Clinchfield, Louisville, Nashville, RF&P again, Norfolk and Western, or N&W, Norfolk and Western again, Norfolk Southern, Norfolk and Western, Norfolk and Western, Pennsylvania, Penn Central, Southern, Chesapeake Western, Chesapeake and Western, Virginian, Buckingham Branch, Conrail, Interstate, Virginia Central, and I don't know what that is. The original Norfolk Southern, Seaboard Coastline, Family Line System, CSX, Amtrak, the Auto Train when it was a private company, VRE or Virginia Rail Express, Beltline, Southern, United States Army, Eastern Shores, Commonwealth, Norfolk and Western, Y6B, Atlanta and Danville, Alco, and more Southern. That's really cool. I mean, that is awesome. Railroads in Virginia over the last 75 years. That's really, really cool. Here's some 611 photos. That is another very gorgeous steam engine. Very cool. I believe that was at Strasbourg. Very, very cool. Oh, these are awesome. These are really cool, guys. Photos that I could only dream of having and taking. We'll get there eventually. We will get there eventually. That's cool. That's cool. All of this is cool. Wow, man. That's awesome. Hey, folks, check it out. It's a Norfolk Southern High Hood. This is a High Hood SD40-2. No, straight SD40. Alright. Well, that's pretty darn cool. This is off of Norfolk Southern SD40-2 number 1594. and it was an N&W high hood at one point. That is really cool. Let's experience what it was like to operate one of these. Oh wow, check that out. That's really cool. And this is your engineer's seat right here. You know, you got your horn, you got your brakes, you got all like your doohickeys here and all this stuff. And if you can turn this around, well, that's the view you get. And I don't mind it, but I can see why some people might mind it. But either way, that's still really cool. And don't get me wrong, I love my high hoods. That's a cool cab right there. Here's even more train goodness over here. We have a Y6A, I believe. Number 1218. A couple rolling stock passenger cars, Tesco, N&W. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Well folks, we're outside the museum now, and here's a steam locomotive that I never thought I would ever see. Norfolk and Western, number 1218. This is a Y6A. And yeah, look how huge this thing is. These are kind of comparable to, you know, locomotives like Big Boy and Challenger from the Union Pacific. And I believe that they were talking about actually restoring this bad boy. The wheel arrangement is a 2664, and it was built right here in Roanoke, Virginia by the Norfolk and Western Railway, by their shops. Here's all the information on it. This is a Class A, I believe. So yeah, pretty cool. And here's the tender of this big, beautiful behemoth of an engine. I mean, this is what you call an engine right here. This is what you call an engine right here. This thing is one real big pulling machine. And you got this passenger car right here. And you got all of this. How we doing today?
Pretty good, how you doing?
There she is. There's N&W 611. It looks like they're doing some work on her right now, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Got a fire engine. Got a couple of F units, I think, in the mix. Oh, what do we have down here? 1776. This is another locomotive I really wanted to see. Look at this high hood. This is a Norfolk and Western SD45. Look at this thing. Oh, baby, look at that. It's American, baby. That's right, it's American. That's what we like to see. Look at that paint scheme. Whee-wee! That is really cool. That's a beautiful, beautiful American paint scheme. And SD45s have these flared radiators. They kind of point outward a little bit. But that's really cool. And then you got the Chesapeake and Western right here. I believe it's a Baldwin. That radio's going off. And I believe this is the car that they put behind 611 when she's doing her excursion runs. That's really cool, man. That's awesome. We got so much more to show you guys in this museum. So let's get to it. Here's the end, and there's 611's auxiliary tender. I believe that's a water tender only. Look at all this. This is so cool. And look at this old trailer from the Norfolk and Western. That is so neat, man. Look at all this crap, man. Oh my God, it's awesome. Let's see what else we can get into. Take a look, folks. It's a double-decker bus. When do you see these in the United States? I've never seen a double-decker bus like this in my life. But it's pretty darn cool. I'll give it that. Pretty neat. Here's a SW switcher of some sort. Some kind of EMD. It's pretty cool. Right behind that is a high hood GP9.
Yo, Chris, when you're done with that, come over here.
No problem. Oh, wow. Pretty cool. And then the rest are passenger cars and a caboose. And then we got more passenger cars right here. And I believe this is a baggage car. You got the rundown right there. Got a couple trucks up in here too. And whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, what's this? What is this thing over here? Something's caught my attention. What is this? Seriously, I don't know what this thing is. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never ever seen anything like that. Ever. I have no idea what in the world this thing is. But it's kind of odd and interesting looking. There's nothing on the side. There's 611's tender right there, secondary tender. There's the back of 611 right there. But nah, man, that's pretty cool. That's really neat. That's awesome. This thing out. Look at this. It's like an old switcher. I have no idea what that thing is, but it's pretty cool looking. That's real neat. Look at all these rusted passenger cars. Man, these things seen better days. Let's get up to this one and see what's inside of one of these old passenger cars. You guys see anything in there? That's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Hello, anybody in there? Nah, I know there's nobody in there, I'm just messing around. There's a couple more things around here that we're going to take a look at and see. There's that beautiful SD45 right there in that American paint scheme. That thing is gorgeous. You got old rolling stock here. Oh my God, all this is beautiful. I mean, just look at all this. Here we have a Norfolk and Western high hood Alco. I have no idea what kind of Alco this is. But that's pretty cool. More passenger cars. I think this is ex-Southern. Here is a Norfolk and Western RS3. That's pretty cool. Another switcher. I believe it's made by the Porter Company from Virginia Central. Norfolk and Western. Some kind of switcher right here. I'm gonna guess either hold on. Nah, it's an Alco, I can tell. I was about to say maybe it's a Baldwin.
Hey, who's the Virginian?
Here's a Virginian. What's this locomotive? I know it's an electric locomotive. It's the front of that Alco right there. There's a couple F units back in there, a couple buses too. Let me take a quick look at all these. I believe this is Seaboard right here. I believe this is Wabash. Pretty neat. There's the Virginian. Here's a Porter steam engine. I believe it's a tank engine. So that's pretty cool. Maybe a fireless engine. So that's really cool. I believe this is a gas-powered engine right here. And look at this. You have a GG1. I believe this is an actual Norfolk and Western GG1. So that's pretty cool. Virginian caboose. A Virginian steam engine. Yeah, I'll tell you, this is some really cool stuff. And yeah, there's Virtual Rail Fan up there. Hey, I know you hear me. What's up, Virtual Rail Fan? So, with that being said, that is pretty darn cool. Now, I believe this is a tank engine. Is it a tank? No, it's not a tank engine because it's got a tender. It's a 080, I believe it is. There's a 280. It's pretty cool. Let's see if you can get a better look at that that Wabash engine, which is down here. Just look at all this. I mean, if you guys got the chance to come to Roanoke, this should definitely be a place that you should stop. The Railroad Museum here in Roanoke. Yep, that's Wabash. That's awesome. I believe we got a train on the way. Close catch right there. Even though we're doing the museum, we're still rail fan, guys. Can't miss any trains. That was pretty cool. Alright, finally I can give you guys a close-up on this Wabash engine. It's an F unit of some kind. No, I take that back. This is an E unit. Because it's got another set of trucks. It's got 3 axles. It's an E unit. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Caboose. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll just give you one more look at the 1218. before we wrap things up here. And guys, here's another look at 1218, the Class A or Y6A. It's pretty cool. No, it's a Class A. Why am I saying it's a Y? It's a Y6A. Now it's a Class A. I get it mixed up. So this is a Class A locomotive. And this thing's huge. This is very comparable to Big Boy. And looks like you got an old police car. Looks pretty cool. Hummer, fire engine. We can't get back there. There's 611. You can kind of see her right there. They're working on her. So we're not going to bother them. But here's a real good look at the Wabash engine. And whatever this is, I believe that's Seaboard. But I'm not sure. Guys, with all that out of the way, I guess that wraps up here at the Virginia Museum of Transportation. This place is awesome. If you come to Roanoke, you should definitely make this place a stop, because this place has some really cool stuff. So yeah, from the Virginia Museum of Transportation here in Roanoke, Virginia, I'm Chris Barnes. I'll see you down the line. Thanks for watching.